Hey guys, welcome to part 8 of the series, The Search for Certainty. Again, thanks for joining in and read on with me and open up your Bibles. We're going to be talking about Revelation's most thrilling message, okay? Which is the title of part 8. So, the book of Revelation is one of the most important books in the entire Bible. Its main theme or central focus is the return of Jesus Christ. Revelation unmasks the the deceptive plans of Satan, and it unfolds the plans of God in these last days. In Revelation 14, Jesus Christ is clearly pictured as the Son of Man coming on a cloud to reap the harvest of the earth. Verses 14 through 16, by the way. But before he returns, he sends a special message to prepare a people for his coming. We find that message in verses 6 through 12. In question 1. In Revelation 14, verse 6 through 12, Jesus reveals his special message to prepare his people for earth's last hour. Who bears this message to earth? If we turn to Revelation 14, verse 6, my Bible says, Then I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach. Throughout the book of Revelation, angelic messengers are pictured as having a message to earth. In each instance, they have a message of urgent heavenly importance to be revealed to men and women on planet Earth. Question 2. What is the central feature of the message in Revelation 14? If we turn to our Bibles, Revelation 14, verse 7, my Bible says, saying with a loud voice, Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him who made heaven and earth. To whom is this message preached? If we look at Revelation, that's question 3. To whom is this message preached? If we turn to Revelation 14, verse 6, my Bible says, To those who dwell on the earth, to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people. Now Noah preached a message of urgent importance for men and women, soon to face a universal flood. Now God sent a message through Joseph to prepare for an Egyptian famine. In each age of the earth's history, God has sent a warning message, a message to prepare for an approaching crisis. To accept the warning meant life, to reject it meant death. In Revelation 14, we have a message of vital importance for all inhabitants of earth. Question 4. To what particular time period does this message draw attention? If we look at Revelation 14, verse 7, my Bible says, For the hour of his judgment has come. Notice the tense of the verb describing the judgment. The text clearly says, the hour of God's judgment has come. What did Jesus and the Apostle Paul declare regarding the timing of the judgment? If we look at Matthew 12, verse 16, Acts 24, verse 25, my Bible says, But I say to you that for every idle word men may speak, they will give amount of it in the day of judgment. Now as he reasoned about righteousness, self-control, and the judgment to come, Felix was afraid. So, Jesus and Paul both agreed that the judgment was future. The announcement in Revelation speaking to the last generation says that the judgment is present. So, if we look at question number 6, what two classes are developed before Jesus comes? Revelation 22, verse 11 and 12, my Bible says, He who is unjust, let him be unjust still. He who is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he who is righteous, let him be righteous still. He who is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me to give everyone according to his work. Jesus is coming to give rewards, and therefore a judgment must precede his coming to determine who receives the rewards when he comes. The destiny of all men and women must be decided before he returns. When did this judgment begin? What is the nature of the judgment? How can you and I have assurance in the judgment? These and many other questions will be answered in the next two studies. However, there is more to the message in Revelation 14 to survey this in this study. Question 7. The message is a call to worship whom? If we look at Revelation chapter 14 verse 7, my Bible says, "Fear God and give glory to him, and and worship him who made heaven and earth, the sea of springs of water." The sea and springs of water. So, in an age when the evolutionary hypothesis has captured the scientific world, God invites men and women to worship him as the creator. In another study, we will focus on Christ's sign of allegiance in the end time of Earth's history. If we look at question 8, what solemn announcement does the second angel make? If we look at Revelation 14 verse 8, my Bible says, "And another angel followed, saying, Babylon is fallen, and that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." Question 9. What call does God give to people in Babylon? Why? If we look at Revelation 18 verse 4, my Bible says, "Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins, and lest you receive her plagues." Who composes Babylon? Okay, what does Babylon stand for? The city of Babylon was built on the site of the former Tower of Babel, where God confused the languages. As such, it represents religious confusion. God clearly outlines who Babylon is and how to flee its coming destruction. In another study, we will find the answers. Question 10. What issue does the third angel deal with? Revelation 14:9 through 11. My Bible says, "Then a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If anyone worships the beast and his image, and receives his mark, he himself shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God, he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name." So, if we look at question 11, with each group are those who receive the mark of the beast contrasted. Revelation 14 verse 12, my Bible says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." As a result of proclaiming the message of Revelation 14, two classes are developed. One who receives the mark of the beast. They persecute and oppress the true people of God. Ultimately, they receive the 7 last plagues. The other class, sensing it is the judgment hour, loyally stand for their Creator. Through faith in Jesus, they keep the commandments of God. Thus they flee from Babylon's churches and are protected through the plagues. Each study in this series is a vital link in a connected chain to prepare men and women for the coming of Jesus. The Apostle James wrote, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God." James 1, verse 5. My decision, I choose to ask God for wisdom to understand His special message for Earth's last hour. And that concludes part 8. Thanks, guys, for listening, and God bless you.